My name is Greg Schmoll. I was born in Indiana in 1952. I've lived in Indiana my whole life. On July the 7th, I dropped my telephone behind me. I recommend buy a new phone instead of reaching to get it. I reached around to get it, got unstable, and I think I had a bout of AFib that came on at that time. I lost consciousness, fell forward, hit my head, and I broke my C2 and C3 vertebrae in my neck, and the rest is history. So it's been about 7 months since my injury. I was completely paralyzed from my shoulders down. I could move my shoulders and move my head, but I had no feeling, no movement from my armpits down. And I went to the IU critical care spine unit and had a week of surgery and stabilization. They fused C2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in my spine, and the next day or 2 days later, I began to get feeling back slowly through pieces of my body. My right side is doing fairly well, my right leg, and so after a week in the spinal unit, I transferred to RHI Rehabilitation, and it was good because I had medical work, nurses, RNs, things to help take care of my physical needs. I said, I don't want to be like this. I want to be cured. I want to do everything I can to put myself back together and get my body working again. My daughter looked at facilities in Mayo Clinic, Chicago, Atlanta, some of the top in the country, but I really wanted to try to stay here in Indianapolis to be with my family, to get better direct interaction between my family and my caregivers, and NeuroHope fit the bill. So I came in here. My first tech that I worked with was Marshall, and began physical therapy and that. And then as they learned my condition and what my positives and negatives were and everything else, I began to meet and work with other technicians, and then it just blossomed from there. Every single day that I come here and I leave here, something else works a little better, or I learn something a little bit more. I'd like to be back where I was on July the 6th. I'd like to walk. I'd like function of my arms, appendages, legs. I'd like to be, I realize much of that, if it happens at all, may take quite some time, and I'm prepared that it may not all happen, but if I can get the majority of it back, I'd like to be returned to normal. NeuroHope isn't as much it's very much a rehab facility, but it's a club. Everybody that's here, I learned that these aren't just patients coming in to get better. There are people that are here every day. They effectively live here during the day. They work out. The equipment's available for everybody to work out effectively and financially move their condition forward. And it is so uplifting mentally and physically. This is probably the best facility available in Indianapolis, and I feel wonderful, and I appreciate everything about NeuroHope. God bless them.